Sorry about that, Valimar. Can't imagine it was a very pleasant trip for you, all bound up like that.
It did not present a problem. I will now enter an inactive state and allow the chems to perform maintenance.
Thanks. Well then, I'll leave him with you.
Sure thing. We'll take good care of him.
By the way, it's a real honor to be entrusted with the famous Ashen Knight.
Welcome back, Reen. You must be exhausted.
Not really. I barely did anything. Everything went off without a hitch, mostly thanks to Valimar's power. Not to mention the planning of your people.
You're annoyed, I take it, by the way we do things.
Not really. Regardless of the means, the war coming to a swift end was a good thing for everyone. As for what happened to Crossbell, I'm not in any position to talk. No, those aren't what bother me. I can buy that you had no idea Rufus was an Ironblood, but did you really not know about my real father?
I didn't have any hard evidence, but I did suspect that might be the case. You just seemed somehow similar. The air about you, your facial features. I was always puzzled by how fascinated he was by your class as well.
I see. Excuse me then.
Right. That wasn't the only reason I worried about you, you know. Not that I could possibly tell him that.
I'm behaving like such a child. It's hard to believe it's been a whole month since I was here last. Guess it didn't snow after all. It's not like the excitement of that day has faded away or anything. So why? Why do I feel so cold? Huh? Oh, Lino flowers.
Welcome back, Reen.
Huh?
Welcome back.
What are you doing standing there? It's not like you to wallow in nostalgia. Did the flowers get to you?
You all came to see me.
They started budding just yesterday.
Should be in full bloom in about a week. Guess some of them couldn't wait.
I guess not. It's good to be back, you guys.
Agreed. We're all so happy to see you again.
You must be wiped out after all you did, though.
I'm fine, actually. It really wasn't that tough. Still, did all of you really come out here just to welcome me back?
Why wouldn't we?
It's not like we second years have any lessons to worry about this time of year.
Besides, I already had to come out here because of Valimar, so I figured I might as well say hi to you too.
Technically, the first years are supposed to be in class right now, but I turned it into a self-study period instead. And that was only possible because everyone's favorite captain told us exactly when you'd be arriving.
Really now? It's nice to see you here too, Celine.
Well, don't think I went out of my way to be here or anything. But given the way that you were acting when you left, I was a little worried about you. I mean, I wasn't. Not at all.
Still, thanks everyone.
So what now? Going back to your dorm for some well-earned rest?
We can carry your stuff for you if you want.
No, I'm fine. You said that class is in session right now, right? I'm a student, so I might as well attend. I mean, I have been absent for a month now.
Wow, you're no fun at all. I was hoping we could skip the whole class thing and get to the welcome back party.
I like that idea. Come on, it's party time!
Am I the only one who cares about studying at this school?
Well, maybe we can hold the party tonight instead.
In that case, we should probably head back to the academy.
Oh, and I know I said it before, but it's wonderful to have you back.
Thanks. I'm happy to be back, Elisa. I'll never forget those days. The final weeks we spent together as a class are like dazzling jewels forever etched into my memories. I cherished every last moment. I never wanted it to come to an end. But time stops for no one. The minutes and hours kept passing, and our days together were slowly coming to a close. After what happened, Valflame Palace soon returned to its original form. It was almost as if everything that took place there was some sort of dream. People's memories of that day started becoming vague. Many were convinced it was some kind of collective hallucination. That may have been in part a result of the chaotic days that followed, brought about by the Chancellor and Rufus. After the war, the entire country feared that Calvard would invade Crossbell and try to take it for its own. Using that to his advantage, Rufus quickly convinced the nobility to support him, pledged to cooperate with the Chancellor, and in January 1205, the combined forces of both Imperial and Provincial armies invaded Crossbell. Crossbell no longer possessed the weapon of mass destruction that had annihilated Gorelia Fortress. Thanks to that, the city was occupied in a mere day, with no blood shed. Calvard was quick to react, sending countless airships to try and drive the Imperial forces out. However, between Rufus's leadership and the combined might of the tanks and soldats under his command, they were quickly repelled. As for me, Chancellor Osborne's words became the reality. Valimar and I were heralded as those responsible for Heimdall's liberation, and as the purported hero to the nation, I'd received and accepted a request in February to back up our forces in Crossbell. It was there that I found myself suddenly leading numerous soldats and fighting off the Republican army. Before I knew it, everyone around me was referring to me as the Ashen Chevalier. Time kept flowing, and mid-March came. The month in which Class 7 would finally say their goodbyes.
And that brings our history review right up to the dawn of the modern era. Next week, we'll be covering the 50-year period from the Orbital Revolution up to the present day. We're blowing through this material a lot more quickly than I would otherwise, so try to keep up with your reading. Oh, and Emma and Machias, if you see anyone struggling, try to help them out, okay?
I fully intend to.
Leave it to us. I've got plenty of good reference books on the subject.
That would be very helpful, actually.
Sounds like a pain. Oh well.
I do happen to have a few gaps in my knowledge of the Revolution.
I should be able to help out with the technological side of things if you guys need it.
I'm guessing we're gonna run into that Schmidt guy's name a lot, too.
Well, he was one of the 3 leading disciples of Professor Epstein, so...
It'll feel strange seeing his name in textbooks, knowing how he is in real life.
Yeah, it's kind of amazing to think we were able to meet him, though.
All right, like I said, I'll be giving a quiz next week on everything we've covered up to now, which means it'll cover quadratic functions, factorizations, sets, logic, and probability. Oh, and if I'm feeling really mean, there might be a little calculus in there. So, study for this one.
That's a lot. I'm getting depressed just thinking about it.
Sounds more like he's reciting some kind of curse.
It is all material we've covered in class before, you know.
It'll be worth going over the most basic formulas at the very least.
That sums up this lecture on the structure of the stock market in Erebonia. Next week, we will hurry on and study unemployment and inflation problems. You're also going to be taking part in a debate on those issues. So make sure each of you are well prepared.
What kind of debate? A debate. It's when people are divided into groups for and against something, then they argue their viewpoints.
After much consideration, I've decided we will use our remaining time to listen to and enjoy music from all manner of genres. From famous classics to popular modern music, I've gathered records of all kinds for you to enjoy. I even managed to borrow music from a hot new genre like heaving metal, I believe it's called. Oh, I wonder what that sounds like.
Nice work, guys. You poor kids must be exhausted. Feels like all your other instructors are dead set on cramming your brains with as much material as humanly possible.
I want to crawl into a hole and die.
You said it.
Still, this is exactly how we wanted it.
Right. They're doing it for our sake, so I don't mind it so much.
There's no way we could cover everything in class, so it's sweet of them to give us the bullet points while they still can.
It's paying off for us in the long run, yeah, so we owe them a lot.
Forcing you to try and keep up with us is a little unfair of us, though.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do all of this again next year.
Are you sure you're fine with this arrangement?
Of course. This is to my benefit, too. If I get all of this crammed into my head now, maybe I can even come out on top on next year's midterms.
Well, that's some confidence.
I wouldn't be surprised if you actually did it, though.
Reen has the knack for pulling off anything he puts his mind to, after all.
I'm probably just being too optimistic.
Nah, I wouldn't say that.
Guess we'll know for sure next year.
Anyway, tomorrow's the day you've all been waiting for. Your next free day. I know you've got enough schoolwork to choke a horse, but try to carve out a little time for your clubs and all that youthful jazz. The forecast for tomorrow is clear blue skies. Might be the perfect chance to sneak off and get into some ooh la la with that special someone.
And truly, you teach us all by living your life as a shining counterexample.
Spoken like a true lifetime member of the Lonely Hearts Club, instructor.
Hey! I'll have you know that there are plenty of guys who would do anything for a private lesson with yours truly.
But if that many men are interested in you, how come you spend so much time drinking alone in your room?
I think the polite thing to do here is just smile and nod.
If you keep setting your sights on guys like Laura's dad, you might as well just buy a couple cats and get it over with.
It does seem like she's fighting an uphill battle to find a good match.
Just you wait, guys. In 2 weeks, when you see the hordes of chiseled, elegant gents draped over me, we'll see who has the last laugh.
Time really does fly. It's hard to believe our last free day is tomorrow.
Yeah, it felt like we still had more time.
For me, it feels like it's been ages since I last had one.
I suppose it would. Were you able to rest up at all while you were away?
Not really. It was basically work, work, work the whole time. I did get taken into Crossbell City during what time off I did have, but I can't say I felt very comfortable there.
I'm sure.
Indeed. That must have been more painful than anything.
To the people of Crossbell, we Erebonians are aggressors. I can hardly imagine they would welcome us with open arms.
That doesn't sound like it'd stop Lecter from living it up over there, though.
He did take me to a casino once, actually. He won so much, he might as well have been cheating.
Shocking.
It always feels like people who like gambling really like it, huh?
So, does anyone have anything planned for our free day? Remember, it's the very last one, so make it count.
True enough. Although, I wonder if I'd end the day regretting that it has to end in the first place if we made it too much fun.
I've got so much that I want to do, I'm not sure where to start. I know I want to attend practice, at least.
Oh, same. I've got to go taste test some new dishes for the cooking club, plus Kirsch's has a new menu up, and...
How many stomachs do you have?
Will you be helping the student council tomorrow, Reen?
That's the plan. It sounds like Toa will finish handing all her work over to the others today, but they're bound to be busy. So I thought it'd be nice to take some of it off their hands, whether they like it or not.
Ah, Reen, ever the reliable gopher.
That's a very you response.
If there's anything we can help with, let us know, okay?
Well, I guess I better get going. I could go straight to the student council room, but it's my first time back in over a month, so it would be nice to take a walk. Maybe I should go and see how Valamar's doing too.
Reen?
Hmm?
Nothing, really. I just wanted to spend a little more time with you.
Well, I'd love that too, but are you sure you can afford to? I mean, you have that meeting with the lacrosse club about tomorrow, don't you?
I know, but that can wait. Right now, I just want to be with you for as long as I can.
please?
Well, how can I say no to a cute face like yours? Nothing would make me happier.